Chris, we are good to go.
We're good? Okay. Are we starting now?
Yes, Chris, we are live now.
Oh, we're live. Good morning, everyone. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to people all over the world. My name is Christopher, and I'm so honored to moderate this event and to be here with you today on this special day where we celebrate the birthday of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. With this meditation for unity. As we all know, Martin Luther King represents so much for our country. He fought for justice and civil rights that were denied to so many for so long. He challenged the system and the people of our country to recognize their own humanity by acknowledging the rights and needs of their brothers and sisters and fellow citizens. He did all this through adopting the philosophy and method of nonviolence inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, and was successful with this during his time. Today we come full circle as we are fortunate to have a moment to meditate and heal with the true embodiment of nonviolence, an emissary of peace and a vessel of love and inspiration. Humanitarian and spiritual leader Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar, who tirelessly travels the globe, spreading the message of nonviolence and helping individuals and society by unifying hearts and minds. Today, we'll now hear a few words of welcome from the president of the Art of Living Foundation in the United States, Rob Trumbull, followed by a short video to show some of our works in this arena of nonviolence, and then the meditation for unity with Sri Sri. After the meditation, we'll be able to ask some questions that you've already sent to Sri Sri, and we'll see what wisdom he has to share with us. So without further ado, I would like to hand over to Rob to say some welcoming words. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Welcome everyone to today's meditation honoring Dr. Martin Luther King. We're so happy that you're here today. The Art of Living Foundation is a nonprofit volunteer group operating in 160 countries. We're dedicated to spreading the message that created by our founder, Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar. That message is that we teach breathing techniques, meditation, yoga, and community service, all dedicated toward creating a happier self and a happier society. We'd like to show you a video that illustrates these practices at a real life event in Los Angeles, California. If you could show the video now, please.
I'm an ex-gang member, so I was bred into violence. It was terrible around here, you know, because that's what we live for, violence.
We just knew violence. When someone did something wrong to me, my reaction was to do something violent.
In collaboration with the Los Angeles Police Department and the Mayor's Office for Gang Reduction and Youth Development, the Cities for Peace initiative of the Art of Living Foundation and the International Association for Human Values facilitated the Nonviolence Ambassador Certification Program for the Harvard Park neighborhood in South Los Angeles that had experienced high rates of violence in the past. We invited LAPD police officers, community members, and former gang members who work as community intervention activists to participate in the program.
It's like the weight is being lifted off your back when you come from this experience. We carry a heavy load when we do community intervention work, and this lightens that load 100%.
Now my reaction is to forgive and say, you know what, maybe I can help him. Maybe that person is just having a bad day.
The program empowered these participants with profound breathing and meditation techniques to reduce stress, heal from trauma, and improve resilience.
We have learned that if we have peace within, we can definitely help others to get to the same place that we're in, which is peace without. And that is the extension of us, our communities, our homes, our facilities, our organizations.
Through interactive discussions and group processes, the program helped build strong bonds between LAPD officers and community members.
But one of the most important factors that I found is the interaction that I have with the residents and residents that live in this community that are experiencing the day-to-day violence that occurs here was one of the most phenomenal life-changing experiences for me, because they saw firsthand that we're human. Taking this uniform off, we face similar challenges.
Participants were trained to facilitate an introductory module on nonviolence so that they can share the benefits of the program and become ambassadors of nonviolence in their communities and neighborhoods.
I'm a role model whether I want to be or not. So I got people following me down the negative path. So let me make that change and be that positive influence and provide tools for myself, because I can't change nobody else. So that's why I chose to do the Nonviolence Ambassador Training Program.
Today, the 40 graduates, the people that went through the 8 weeks, I'm watching you guys today interact. I have gang interventionists talking to officers, talking to people from the community, and it's working. Right?
Are y'all ready to do some breathing? Anybody ready to do some breathing? Yes, well, let's do this, man. This is what we learn. Last one. Regular breath out. Relax.
I just want to let you know I came up here to support you. To me, you're my brother, bro. We walk this path together, side by side.
Because we did it here, I think we can do it anywhere.
I think my favorite part of that video is when they say that they have become ambassadors for nonviolence. Wouldn't that be something if we could all become ambassadors for nonviolence? Now I'd like to introduce the founder of the Art of Living Foundation, Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar, a true international ambassador for nonviolence.
It's so nice to see you, Rob and Chris. It's such an important day today that we have all gathered, virtually to remember, rekindle the aspect of unity. We are all one. We need to remember that our society and our nation and every nation on the planet have to come together and uphold the human values And the human values is to say we all belong to one global family. We may be different religion, different race, different background, different philosophy we may follow. We may belong to different ideology, political or social ideologies, religious ideologies. But we must not forget that we all belong to each other. That sense of bonding and unity has to be re-emphasized. The last year, we have gone through a lot of turmoil. I know America needs that healing touch now more than ever before. And this meditation, I would say, is the way. In meditation, we realize that there is a deeper aspect within us that when kindled, all the differences and the outer, traumas, they get healed. And we come together forgiving and forgetting the past and start celebrating life at the present moment. The coming generation needs this. It needs all of us to showcase that we belong to one global family, one united human existence that we are. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi had always inspired the society, the nations on to walk on the path of non-violence. And this is the time to remember, and as a tribute to these great men who have contributed to the world, give them, to remember them and give them our respects. And that can be done only through action, not through words. And meditation would be one such action, though meditation is not an action, it is relaxation, but meditation is the way to, be in touch with the true self that we are, our true nature that's within every single human being is blossoming as compassion, as love, as brotherhood. That value we have to rekindle, and this is the best way to pay homage to these men who have shown, not just in America, but around the world. We see there is a lot of stress and challenges after this COVID-19. People are had to stay indoor, and there is a lot of trauma. And I would invite all of them to, those who have now tried meditation, I would invite them to do meditation, try meditation, and then see for themselves how beneficial it is, how wonderful it is, and to keep your mental health robust, and then your physical health along with that too. Yeah? So first let us do some meditation on this Unity Day and meditation for unity, and then I can take up some questions, queries if you have any. Yeah? How does that sound, Chris? Good? Okay. If you like to have a sip of water, this is the time. Then for next few minutes, 15, 20 minutes, you will take up a journey inward. Yeah? So if you need to drink some water or Just adjust your seat, your posture. This is the time. Let me also have another sip of water. Okay. Now let's sit comfortably, easily. And we begin with shaking our hands. You may close your eyes and continue shaking. And you feel you are shrugging off all the past, all the garbage, all that worries that we have been carrying in our mind, in our conscious or subconscious mind. Let's get rid of them all. Just keep shaking all the differences, all the thing that we have done to others or others have done to us. This is the time to just shake them all off. Continue shaking and be conscious of the movement of your hands. This moment your eyes are closed and your body is shaking. Your hands are shaking. You may shake your head also. You can turn your head left and right. And also you can twist your body. And now let's be still. Let's stop shaking and place our palms facing the ceiling on our knees. Now notice the breath. Our body is still now and the breath is moving in and out, making the diaphragm move rhythmically and the lungs expand and contract. As you breathe in, your lungs are expanding, and as you breathe out, they undergo a little contraction. Let's become aware of the weight of our body at this point. Whatever that is, 130 pounds, 150 pounds, 200 pounds, just acknowledge the weight of your body. And become aware that the chair you are sitting or the floor you are sitting is carrying the weight of your body. Rather, place your weight on the chair or on the floor you are sitting. Let's take a deep breath in. Feel the whole body. And as you breathe out, relax your whole body. Now let's become aware of all the noises or sound around, far or near, all around us. We'll take another deep breath in and breathe out and relax. Let's honor our own body. Our body is the most precious gift that we have received from God, from nature. Let us honor our own body. Our garments, and within the garments, inside the garment is our skin, tissues, muscles, bones, veins and arteries, blood flowing through them, the nerves which conducts electrical signals. Become aware of your whole body. The skull, the brain, the eyes. Let's scan through our whole body internally. This is such an amazing gift to us all. Let's honor our own body. Whatever may be this color of the skin, it is external, but inside it is all the same. Liver, heart, kidney, the whole apparatus is such a precious gift to us. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe out slowly and gradually. Notice incoming breath energizes the body and outgoing breath brings relaxation. Let's breathe in with a big smile on our face. As you breathe in with the smile, all the muscles in your face are relaxing, and breathe out and continue to relax more and more. It's the breath that is keeping us alive. Let's honor our own breath. But for the breath, the body has no value. Incoming breath energizes the body, and outgoing breath brings relaxation. Now let's become aware of the space all around you and the air that's all around us. Like fish in the water, we are in air and we have no existence outside the air. Let's become aware of the walls of the room that we are in and the space up to the ceiling. A gentle attention on the volume of the space that we are in. Breath being our second dimension. Now we move to the third dimension, our mind. Our body is like the wick of a candle. The mind is a glow all around. Our body is inside the mind. Whatever thoughts are coming in the mind, just let them come. Like the clouds in the sky, the thoughts come, hover around and disappear. Whether pleasant thoughts or unpleasant thoughts, just let them be. Whatever feelings are there, just let them be. Pleasant feeling or unpleasant feeling, just be with them. Feelings are fleeting, they come and they go. But you are much bigger than the feelings. Sometimes we get carried away by our feelings. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe out slowly and continue to relax. Any sensation anywhere in the body, just let it be. Neither we chase them nor we invite them. Pleasant or unpleasant sensations or thoughts, neither we chase them away nor do we hold on to them. Just let go. This moment, the body is still, breath is becoming subtler, and mind is becoming quieter. Just let go of all your efforts. Next couple of minutes, we are not going to do anything. There is nothing to do and nothing to know either. Just simply be. As you let go of all your efforts and want to do nothing this moment, our mind starts expanding and just let it happen. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May there be peace, peace, and peace. Peace in our hearts, peace in our families, peace in the nation. We're all one, part of one consciousness. Let's become aware of our body and surroundings and take a deep breath in. And slowly breathe out. Once again, let's take a deep breath in with a bigger smile. And on the exhalation, let's slowly open our eyes as we exhale. That was good, no? We did what? Over 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Gurudev, would you like to take some questions now?
Yes, certainly.
Okay, we've received literally hundreds of questions, but we won't ask hundreds today. We'll just get the first few that came in or so. So, dear Gurudev, how do we remain peaceful and take action against injustice at the same time? They seem opposite.
Yeah. Being peaceful does not mean being complacent with injustice or condoning. Being peaceful will make our thoughts very clear as what we want to do, how we want to take action. It will help you to act and resist you from being reactive. So especially when there is injustice, reaction is very easy. And whenever you react to a situation, you end up regretting it. What I am saying is, exactly what Mahatma Gandhi did. He preached peace, non-violence, but he never said that you should not act at all. So I think the same Martin Luther King Jr. also said that, right? You have to act, you stand up for justice, but not with rage, but with alertness, awareness, and with the intention to do something good in society. You cannot take lying down all the injustice. No, that is not acceptable. And right action will come only through a meditative mind. Yeah. Mhm.
Another, what do you think will be the turning point for race relations in the United States?
I think here the most important thing at this point is rebuilding the trust. Trust within us, trust with the universal law, universal spirit, trust in God. Though we have that in the dollar bills, we trust in God, it has to come in our lives. Number one. Second is we need to trust in our Constitution. American Constitution is very vibrant and very inclusive. It is so complete. So we have to trust in the Constitution. Number three is trust among the communities. There are rotten apples everywhere. There are bad elements everywhere. There are people who do not stand up to the ideals of society, of human life. But we cannot generalize those incidences and those people, And so we must isolate those few fringe elements whose only aim is to disrupt peace and create divisions. We must be wary of those elements. And a general trust need to be reinstituted, between the communities and between the administration and people and among people as well. Yeah.
Thank you. So this is another related, but slightly altered. Propaganda and misinformation is creating great turmoil in the United States. How do we alter this trend toward greater truth and honesty?
You see, social media has done a lot of good also. It has helped people to connect very well, and technology has helped. See, through technology only now we are all connecting with each other. I'm here in another part of the world, completely on the opposite side of the globe, and now we are talking and we are getting connected so well. And social media has also empowered people to exchange their views. Yes, everything has its flop side. On the other side, a lot of misinformation is also being spread through the media, through social media. This one has to be wary. This is where we have to be very alert, not take everything as gospel truth. Whenever we get a news, we must look into it to its um, and verify it, look into its authenticity and verify it. Only then we must really take it. So the recent incidences have taught us we have to take every news with a pinch of salt and and give a benefit of doubt to it. As good or bad, whatever it is, we have to use our brains and then take the decision. Never be carried away. My advice is never to be carried away by news, misinformation, yeah. Any information for that matter. Yeah.
Okay, so how do we acknowledge our individual and collective struggles and not lose heart? How do we move towards a beautiful new future with joy?
For this, you need three level of faith. One is faith in yourself. You can, this slogan from past decade, we can. So every individual should say that I can go through this particular whatever situation I am in successfully. I'll come out successfully with more colors. So I can. So trust in oneself. And then you need to have trust in the goodness in society. People are not all bad. If we lose the faith in humanity, lose faith in our neighbors, faith in society in general, we will be, today it will be about the race, tomorrow it will be about religion, next day it will be about neighbors, and it will be about different state, people coming from different backgrounds. This will lead us nowhere. See, there are fights happening in Africa between tribes. Though everybody is African, then there is fight between different parts of west and east of Sudan, and there is fight in Uganda. There is many small countries, they are fighting with each other. Similarly, there are fight, and there are Caucasian people in Balkans, and they're all fighting. So within the race also people fight, within a religion people fight. Stress, I feel, is the stress and mistrust, lack of trust in the human goodness is causing all these heartburns around the world, conflicts around the world. If you see, there is conflict in Colombia. They all belong to the same race and same religion. Still, there is difference of opinion. There is so much conflict. So we must know that conflicts can take any shape, but mainly the source of conflict is lack of trust in the human goodness. So second type of trust, let's believe, let's understand and know that people basically are good. Then the third trust that we all need is trust in the supreme power, our higher self, or consciousness, or we say God, or whatever we call it. There is a higher power, higher self. Trust in that. So this three type of trust is needed. To whatever extent we have this, that much we are at peace, and that to that extent we'll be at peace. To that extent we'll be successful in our lives. Yeah.
Wonderful, Gurudev. So Mom, this one is more of a personal. How can...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Gurudev, should spiritual leaders help end racism?
Should spiritual leaders
help end racism?
Help end racism? Yes, definitely. Definitely. Spirituality and racism cannot go together. Spirituality is That's something which takes everyone beyond racism. How can spiritual leaders be embroiled in racism? It's impossible. Yeah. If it happens, there are no spiritual leaders at all. Yeah.
Good. Another question is how many times I feel anxious, sad, frustrated, and suffocated. How can I stop these weird feelings from happening? I don't know why suddenly they just pop up.
Yes, I know this is a common issue with people around the globe, especially youngsters. You feel so bad, you don't know what to do with the feeling. You want to come out of it and you have no methods, you have no techniques, you have no tools to handle this situation. This is where I would say Sudarshan Kriya is such a blessing for humanity. We all can practice Kriya, Sudarshan Kriya for a few minutes. The sky techniques, few minutes of sky techniques can help you just snap out of this situation where you feel totally helpless about your own feelings, about your own state of mind, right? So you feel so down and you don't know how to get out of it. And people say, oh, you shouldn't be angry, but you are angry and you don't know how to snap out of it. This is where these sky techniques will be of immense benefit. And in my experience, I have seen millions around the world have used these techniques. Some are ancient, some are modern techniques. Use them to empower themselves so that they are able to get out of these unpleasant feelings which haunt them. Yeah.
Wonderful. Gurudev, how do we reconcile the differences taught by various religions? Example, meat eating being okay or not, or afterlife consequences, or definitions of demonic qualities.
All these differences can be sorted out through dialogue. And we must always see, when you talk about a religion, we should also see the context of it, where the practices in religion are very different. Even within one religion, there are so many different practices. Philosophies are so many. There was only one Christ, but there are 72 branches of Christianity. Similarly, there was only one Prophet Muhammad. There are so many types of Islam. There was one Lord Buddha. There are 32 sects of Buddhism, and Hinduism is just a way of life. So there are so many different philosophies and way of style of living and practices. And I see this diversity is the beauty of our planet. Instead of cribbing over the diversity, instead of trying to tolerate them, we must celebrate the diversity. Different flavors. You go to an ice cream parlor, you get many same ice cream, but with different flavors are there. In the same way, when we understand the unity among all the spiritual paths and religions in the world, the differences will only make us celebrate them, not point of contention. Yeah.
This is more personal about the meditation. How do I know that I am meditating the right way? How should I feel, or what should I feel? And for how long if I am a beginner?
See, 20-25 minutes is good enough. And that is why we made these. I have made number of guided meditations. All that you need to do is just put your earphones and sit and relax. And on the app, so there is guided meditation. You can listen. You simply have to be there. That's all. See, when you go to take a massage, you don't do anything. You just lay on the table, and the masseuse does all the job, isn't it? In the same way, in meditation, you just sit and listen to the guided meditation. Meditation happens to you. You don't need to do anything there. Yeah. And maybe in one or two sittings, you may still feel a little restless. Here, I would recommend you to do some breathing techniques, breathing exercises. And in Sky Technique, we teach all these different type of breathing and meditation techniques. So all that can be a very useful tool for you to practice. Yeah, and there are teachers, there are qualified teachers everywhere. They are there to help. They are more than willing to help anyone. Yeah. Okay.
One more, Guruji.
One last question. Okay, Chris, yeah, go ahead.
What can I do personally to foster unity in the United States?
I think you must bring this thought in everybody. Everyone should talk, should ask this question to themselves. Then the job is done. If everyone thinks what I can contribute instead of wanting something for themselves, if everyone comes from this space that what is it I can do to foster unity, I tell you, this very thought itself does the job, and we simply recognize we are already united. Sometimes we think we are not united and try to unite. That also becomes an issue. So first of all, recognize we are already united. There are just a few unfortunate minds which are full of fears, or they have uncertainty in them. Their bad experiences, their past experiences has led them to believe that differently. To those racist mindsets need healing. They also need healing. When they come close to people and they start recognizing that there is no need to fear the other, we are all part of one human society. This we will see our dreams come true. So I would leave today's meditation with the thought, with all of you there, to think, what is that I can do to bring more unity to America? And let's be united to work on this project and continue to inspire people around the country to come together, forget the past, start a new chapter with a lot of celebration and wisdom. Yeah. I am glad to also say that this is the 40th year of Art of Living. So we have entered in the 40th year of service to humanity and to uplift the goal that life is a celebration. So let's make this possible by bringing wisdom to every nook and corner of America. Yeah. Wonderful. Great. Wonderful, Rob. Nice to have you both.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Bye.
Gurudev.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wonderful evening.